The first Valkyrien Skies add-on on our list is Trackwork. Trackwork lets you build land-based vehicles and it's very easy to use. So here are two vehicles that I built with Trackwork. On the right is a car and on the left is a track-based vehicle. So first let's have a look at this track-based vehicle. So you'll notice here it's got some tracks and all we do is we give rotation to these. Alright, so let's say you want to build your own track vehicle. So how would you do that? Well, here I've got a little base of a car that I have. So I have a creative motor right there and I have some clutches and levers to control rotation. So what you need to do is place a sprocket track at the front and one in the back. So it has to be at least one spot where you get rotation. And then you take the suspension tracks and you actually place them on the body of the car and they'll place themselves downwards on their own. So don't try to place them down here, just place them on the car and they'll automatically go down there. And we'll see in just a bit how to control the level at which they fall, so if they'll be higher or lower. And we'll just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Don't worry if the track is oriented this way, it'll all put itself into place when we put the suspension tracks down. Alright, so to move around, I'm just going to flick this lever to give rotation to the tracks, and to steer, well, I'm just going to stop giving rotation to one side and I'll turn in that direction. And if I flick this lever to stop the rotation going on the left side, well, it's going to turn leftwards, and then I just deactivate that lever to go straight again. Alright, so now let's say we want to build a regular car with regular wheels. So how do we do that? Well, here I've got another car base that I've built and we're just going to put these wheels here in the front. This is just a medium simple wheel and I'll place one anywhere else that I want. These ones in the back, they don't actually receive rotation, but that's okay. So this will be a front wheel drive car only. And there we go. We placed the four wheels and now if we hop onto it, I can flick this lever and, well, we'll start rolling forward. We're giving it rotation. So it's kind of slow. That's because I only have the motor set to 16 RPM. But we'll see that the two front wheels are rolling. And so if we want to steer, well, I've just put this lever here. And you'll notice that when I give it a redstone signal, both these front wheels will turn. So it's smart enough to know that, okay, we're giving a redstone signal. That's the direction that we want to turn in. So we don't actually have to make any sort of complicated mechanisms to turn. Well, we can just give that wheel a redstone signal and it'll turn in that direction. So again, this is just something simple to show you the basics of how the wheels work in Trackwork. If you want to build a real car, you'd probably want to do something like this, where you'd use a controller and redstone links to have better control over everything. So I'll just show you this car real quick. We'll just grab this controller and we can drive around. So this is actually four-wheel drive, and you can see that it handles the terrain pretty well, you know, even though it's not a tracked vehicle. Maybe not quite as well as the tracked vehicle because it doesn't have as many contact points with the ground, but it still does a decent job of going over these hills right here. And I can also go backwards and, you know, just turn around just like I was driving a regular car.